Hello, I am not a Piscean King in disguise, and welcome back to my touring series of the After the Flash games. This time we are on the 7th entry, After the Flash Mirage. You can see this game goes a bit back from the previous one. After the Flash 6 takes place far in the future, while this game, very specifically, takes place way in the past, at least relative to After the Flash 6. Anyway, this series will take a lot longer, maybe not in terms of length of me uploading, but certainly in terms of how big the map is. There's an entire ruined city, several camps, extra buildings, a destroyed scrap town, and a functional scrap town. Entire cave networks. This game is ridiculously large. And then the next game gets only bigger. Anyway, I think I'll start this off by just reading the lore, just to get everyone on track with where we're going with this. In 2032, the world was consumed by nuclear war. For the next decade, a nuclear winter enveloped the Earth. The majority of humanity died during this period of time from starvation and disease. Many of those who managed to find food and avoid disease died fighting over what was left of the world. The year is 2055. Lake Mead, Arizona. The CDF, a fraction of what they once were, have been forced into cooperating with the US CPF, taking refuge in the Goldfield Mountain Complex. The surrounding area is kept under a watchful eye by the Southwest Liberation Front, an extremist political group that wants to create a new libertarian government in the surrounding area. Small bandit groups run rampant, wreaking havoc on any unprotected convoys or those unfortunate enough to travel alone. Irradiated horrors have emerged from the fallen nuclear plant nearby, a sizable scrap town in the middle of the desert, an oasis for occupants, and those who can make it there. The story begins here. So yes, if you open up the Roblox page, you can read that as well as a whole bunch of other lore, although it is fairly outdated. This game underwent some events, though unlike in 6, those events are permanent. This used to be an entire scrap town. This is what I'm familiar with. And while I have fully explored the new one, it's still not entirely what I'm familiar with. This map has changed a lot, but there's some spots that have stayed the same. I shall be moving south to north in a rough order, and today we shall be starting with what is on out off the shore of the area. Gonna go from this island to this island to this island over here. This I'll cover later because the teleport to it is in a really awkward spot. Anyway, let us begin our tour with Getaway Island. So yes, this is a world that was recently bombed. So there's a lot of ruins, a lot of cool places to explore, a lot of nice benches that you can look out into the horizon, and you can kind of see the town off in the distance. You have someone that unfortunately died falling off their hammock, probably because there was a nuclear explosion nearby, or something. Maybe it was just a skill issue. The main attraction of this island is the Getaway House, as I'm going to call it. I'm going to try and find a front door so you can see all that's inside it from here. So yeah, very big house. There's a lot surrounding it, but this is where I go next. Inside, you have a front room. Makes sense. This game has just like regular old houses. There's a basement, which I'm going to explore. I'll be frank, genuinely didn't know about this until now. Ooh, physics objects. A wine cellar. Some prized wine. Water. Some cardboard boxes that have somehow not been ruined by the water. This is some wavy water for being in a single room. There's earthquakes or something. Anyway, the other side. Ooh. Go down. Unfortunately, the swimming physics in this game are awful, so you're going to have to bear with me during this. To an old dance floor. Can't dance here anymore, it's all underwater. And there's plenty of sea... friggin' no plants. Can't go through that door. The DJ unfortunately died because he couldn't leave before the entire place was flooded. I wonder how this place is flooded. Where did all the water come from? The nearby oceans. Aren't we well inland? Whatever. Somehow all these things are still down, not floating to the surface. Although, it might just be too heavy. I don't know. There's markers. There's a computer. Plenty of stuff. Very cool. Genuinely did not know this was here until now. Oh, God. Have to bear with me going up these... Alright, let's get out of here. Get out of this place. Okay. Back upstairs. Back to where I can control myself. Anyway, yeah. Getaway Island. Getaway house. Very nice place. A very large kitchen. This place would not have a hard time selling online at all. Here's an entire piano, which might still work. Who knows? Not that you can do it in this game. The game doesn't have that. Over here, you have a shed with some canoes. And it opens to the outside, of course. Both ways. This way you can get the canoes out. There is a carton gnome here, standing ever watchful. Have a seat cooler. Despite the fact that this place has been long destroyed, it seems to be that there are still some people chilling here. Sure, they should probably get rid of the skeletons, but then they wouldn't have skeletons to place. We have a half bath. Unfortunately, none of the plumbing here works. And here is a nice study. Ooh. Well, this is pleasant. Some abstract art. Logs. And here opens into the main room. Good to know that's where that door leads. Unfortunately, I hadn't really planned this out, so this may be a bit ad hoc. Little theater room. Unfortunately, all the tech is dead. So, there's no theatering to be had. That seems to be the entire first floor, so let's go upstairs. There's, of course, a large balcony you can go across, but we're going to go room by room on the inside. Starting over here, which goes to the balcony. Alright. Duh. Starting here. Of course, bedrooms, plenty of lanterns, which does insinuate that this place is alive. Ooh, and one very cool thing about Mirage, all the things open. I should have been showing that off, but yeah. Most things that can be interacted with, that you can think you can interact with, can be interacted with. So there are plenty of things you can open up. Sure, sometimes they go in the wrong direction. But, you know, the idea is there. You can open up the safe. Some nondescript things in there. So yeah, walk-in closet. Full bathroom. Beautiful, beautiful, absolutely beautiful. Gotta turn on all the lights. Of course I do. I'm me. That's what I do. I turn on the lights. And here is another bedroom. Deck of cards. Oh, 4 beds. Very cool, very cool. One thing I like about this game, you'll see it as we go on, is that the furniture makes a lot more sense, maybe not for Roblox characters, but for the seriousness of the setting. Upstairs, we have the attic, a chair. You can open those despite it being covered. Sure. Yeah, you can open up everything. I'm not going to open up everything because I'm not a psychopath. But I'm going to open up what I want to. So here we have an office and bed. Very cool. Chair, a book. Plenty of things still working. Oh, these don't open. Man, I just lied to you. No, this does, though. That's not right. Okay, seems like they have done a few things wrong in this area. For the most part, it's correct. But yeah, that's this entire That's this entire very large house. And now I shall expand outwards. Up here, we have a somewhat precarious path up to this flamingo. Also to a campsite up here. It's probably more important than flamingo, but I like the flamingo. Campsite. Got some toasted doom crunch. I can't read that tiny text. Funny to see, though. Creator of this game has some class in that regard. Nothing else around. Ooh, there is. I'm going to see what's down there. Again, I'm discovering things relatively ad hoc. Maybe I'll start planning ahead after this, now that I've discovered so many things I didn't know about. We have a cave here. Very cool. Very cool place to stay. That's an awesome setup. So you got some beds down here, of course. Plenty of bags. You have a portable stove. You have some books. You have some cooking utensils. They probably fish a lot. Yeah, they fish a lot. Got a seat, fire. You got a canoe to leave. Yeah. Very cool. Very cool. Didn't know that was there until literally just now. Kind of awkward path to get in there. You can see the light from the. You can see it because it's the wall's too thin. Anyway, from there, we're gonna go up here, back onto the front patio. Gonna jump across there. Gonna jump across there. This little event venue. Someone's bag down there. Yeah, an event venue. Have a stage. Talk. Maybe you could host your weddings here. Very nice little spot, which is the kind of place you'd see in like a game show, not a game show, a reality TV show. Very nice, though this is actually humane. Other than the fact that it was nuked, it's somewhat humane. Here we have a pool, very large pool, a hot tub right here. Very nice. Unfortunately, there's no water. Not that I think I'd want to get in that water. Oh no, they messed up over here. Or maybe there's some code that broke and everything's just wrong. That's not what I remember it doing. Anyway, over here we have a nice outdoor bar. Some broken glass that should probably be cleaned up. Love these kinds of things. This is just cool. Do these work right? Yes, those open correctly. Do these open correctly? These open correctly. Now I'm just scrutinizing. Anyway, yeah. Outdoor bar, exceedingly nice. I love it. It's extremely cool. Got some seating. Not much else to say in that regard. Very cool island. I love it. I honestly do. Here we have a boat that unfortunately crashed into the dock, and seems to be where someone takes their sleep. Anyway, that's this entire island. Next, we're going to that one, these boats are all teleports. I don't remember which one takes us there. Not that one. Outpost Island. Here is the next one. It's literally right here. I could have swam here, but I did not feel like it. You've seen the swimming in this game. It's awful. It takes us to this outpost, as it says in the title. Right here is a U.S. Park Ranger boat. Oh, I should turn that lamp on. I can't believe I walked past it. Very cool. I love it. Honestly, this is a really cool model. I love boats. I love the boats in Deep Six. I love the boats in this game. Yeah. It's very cool. Very cool. And here We have a dock, or whatever this place would actually be called. Some more little park ranger boats. A life vest out here. A mop bucket. Well, there's no bucket. Well, yeah, a mop and a bucket. I'm not sure I'd call it a mop bucket, but it is a mop and a bucket. Another boat that was being worked on. I don't know how modern any of the construction things like that are. These are slightly floating. But November 2nd, 2032. Mike, check up on the radios. They have been messed up all week. John, HQ called in about a new patrol craft. Check in with them about it. Phil, bathroom duty. Still stank from the party. Jacob, as per usual, map duty. Beth, check up on the weather around Mead. Derek and Jake, patrol around the lake. Calls about suspicious activity north. Jill, tag along and check up on pH levels, acidity levels for the lake. Brian dropped by with supplies. We got batteries for the flashlights, rations to replace pre-existing ones, mechanical and general supplies, ammunition and cleaning kits, new DC for Phil. Remember, John is having a party tonight for the election. McCormick versus Arenzi. The pot is at 250. Cool. There's a pot for the. I'm assuming that's a presidential election or something. I'm pretty sure we saw in Deep Six that there were some presidential posters from before the war in some pre-war places. If I remember correctly, there's one in the Hyperloop station near the end. I might be wrong there. Who knows? I could totally just go check and then I would know, but I don't feel like it. I've played a lot of that game. Here we have some desks. Not for Derek. He's on the boat. Also the other ones. I've already forgotten. There's a Phil, a John. Anyway, here's got some blueprints in there. Old computers. We have sniper. Very cool. Very low model sniper. This game has plenty of high model guns. I don't know why they didn't just place it there. Get on the roof from here. There's of course a lamp that I must click on. And here's the radio towers. Very cool. Very cool. Going back down. Just gonna shut the doors. So that's the Indigo Providence Ranger Station, Lake Mead National Recreation Area. Probably should have read that before going inside. But that's what it is. It's the ranger station, which makes perfect sense. Here we have a helipad for the helicopters that they would have had on the pad. Here we have some rocks with a lamp on them. I'm going to go there last. Just going to go around it. Here we have a nice little sitting spot with some Atom Kick, the region's local drink. Here we unfortunately have some graves, one with glasses. Probably some of the rangers we've read about. Kind of bums me out. Gave them all names. And I'm very easy to bum out. Here we have some things I can't open, as well as a massive radio tower. I am climbing this. Oh god, now I'm gonna bring the camera up so it's not screwing around. Got a lamp up here. Very cool. Very cool, actually. I love this. You can already tell the detail compared to the previous game is on the up. They worked hard on this game. There's so much detail, so many things to look at, so many buildings, so many rocks to sit in front of. I wonder if that's supposed to be facing that way. Got some solar panels. I don't know if these lights are glowing. They're probably not. Here we have a gigantic radar dish. Very cool. Love to see it. We have a binder next to a garbage dumpster that you can open up. Now, where's the front entrance? I suppose this is probably the front entrance. This does not look like much of a front entrance to me, but it's the entrance we're going in. Here we have a break room, kitchen. You can open up the fridge. There's some boxes in there. I'm going to open this, shut this door because I think I can leave out the other side. Here we have the beds. Plenty of beds. Nice safe place to rest in the modern day of Doom. Plenty of folders. Some markers. Kansas City, Oklahoma City. All on actual cities. Can I climb on this? Oh god. I shouldn't try. Here we have the same clock model as the previous game. If it's not broke, don't fix it. Here we have the bathroom. Unfortunately, I seriously doubt any plumbing in this world works. I believe I've already said that. And back here we have a large computer room. Some headphones, very big computers, a giant lever to pull, because of course. They're still using the brick texture as keyboards, which I really like. I just looked at my microphone. Oh, am I actually saying things into a microphone? I hope so. I've already had to re-record one episode. Anyway, that's this place. Very cool. I love all the modeling. Love the details. Love the posters. Love the signs. Ah, it's so cool. This game scratches so many itches for me. So yeah, going back to the Getaway Island. Next, we'll be going on this boat, which takes us to the resort. Here we have a boat. Very nice speedster. This isn't normally the direction I get on this island. The teleport for the map teleport for this takes us a lot closer to anything interesting. There's, I guess, something here. There's a little hole with a mine. That's about it. Got some pickaxes. Very cool. It is what it is. Got some more rocks. Plenty of rocks. It's a boat. This is our main destination, which means I'm going to take a slight detour just because there might be something I miss. I don't remember if there's anything on this side. I don't think there is. I was literally just here. Nope, just plenty of bushes and trees. And rocks. Plenty of rocks. Anyway, here's the resort itself. Before I go in, I'm going to just walk along the boardwalk. Plenty of chairs, plenty of seats, plenty of whiskey, even a skeleton to keep you busy. What a vacation this turned out to be. Guess you could say it was explosive. This person died doing his best. Over here, we have another dead person and a broken sign, so we can't figure out what this place is called. Here's the dock. Here is a very large boat, which I'm going to explore, because it actually has an interior. You can open and shut this. You cannot open and shut that, for some reason. Downstairs, you have a closet. Main sitting room, a bedroom. I'm slightly off-put by the fact that all these doors are open. I don't think there's anyone else in this server. I'm gonna shut them all because it's bugging me. Large bed, very nice. Oh, I can't open that. Sad. Yeah, very cool boat. Very cool boat. And now we get to go into the resort building itself, which is similar to the Getaway building. Very large. Here we have the front sign and the reception room. Plenty of seats. Now imagine this place way back when it wasn't terrible and full of dead people. That'd be very nice, I imagine. Yeah, I might as well commit to this path. Here we have some desks, and here's the back of this room. Got a broom. Plenty of these, which I can't pull out, unfortunately. I would have liked to. I like things like that. Bathroom for the staff. Water dispenser. And we'll go back into the main room. Here we have another large room with a piano. Probably also works as a piano. I'm not seeing any frayed strings. Very cool. Over here is the eating area. You know, where you eat. This area. Some drinks, a back, got a till, which probably overcharges people to high hell. Place absurdly expensive, I imagine. Here we have the kitchen. And here is a walk-in freezer with a dead guy. Probably rather warm and stinky in there. We have some shelves with stuff in them. Those doors open correctly. Over here enters into the main hall, but first I'm going to go this way, which goes into a little yard in the back with a corpse. Always need a good corpse. Ceiling is, this roof is rather sandy. Oh yeah, I'm gonna shut that and go down this hallway. Here are all the bedrooms on the ground floor. I don't know if there are any bedrooms on the upper floor. I didn't fully explore this building. Bedroom, bathroom. No working. Don't use the toilets. Plumbing's out. It's the third time I've mentioned the plumbing in this video. All right. Other bedroom, 2 beds. Very nice shower. I love the look of the glass kind of morphing what's behind it. Very cool. Another bedroom. This one without a lamp to click on, but a double bed. And, because these walls are so dang thin, glow from the other room. You know, that's how it works. There's a bathroom there. And the last one in this hallway is this giant bedroom with a whole bunch of luggage. Very cool. The windows are all boarded up. Worrying. And you have someone that sleeps in the bathroom. Because why not? Not like it's going to flood over. Probably. Over here, it goes back into the main room. I'm going to turn on this light. And here we have a little clothing store. Just gonna gotta buy your clothes when you're at the resort. I'm pretty sure every resort has a clothing store. Here we have the employee break room with some definitely trustworthy pizza boxes and a donut box. These are definitely not 20 years old and horrific. I imagine anything in there is gone. And there's some glass there. I think someone forgot that that's not supposed to be a window. And yeah, that will be all the island places. Except it won't be. I lied just now because I wrapped up this video, was all done, and then as I was walking around getting ready to stop, I realized I'm dumb. There's an entire upper floor. So let's get to exploring the upper floor. This door is open. There's no one else here, right? Metavision doesn't work. I can't see. Some more bed. Here would be a full, like you'd rent this entire space right here, where the family sits. I'm assuming this is a bathroom. This is a bathroom. Why is this door open? I didn't open the door. Over here is another one of these large rooms. Why am I forgetting what it's called? Also, why did I refer to myself in the third person, calling myself it? Regardless. Bedroom. Yep. As it is, as it is. Okay. Now that'll be all for this video. I had fun getting back into this series. I mean, yeah, it's only been a few days since I recorded the last one, but, you know, there's a part of me that was like, how am I going to do this? This game is huge. But I just figured, well, the best way to start doing it is to start doing it. So yeah, that'll be all for this one. I'll see y'all in the next one. Like if you liked the video, subscribe if you want to see more. As always, or at least when I remember to say it, thank you for watching. Have a good day. Bye bye.